this is Dylan Lange, branch manager and home loan officer at Evergreen Home Loans, also your #1 rated lender in Whatcom County. I want to come at you with the new program that we just launched, Fast as Cash. So if you're a borrower that has 10% down or more and you are losing out to multiple offer situations, cash buyers, this is the program for you. So before we jump into this, if you're on my YouTube, make sure you do subscribe so you can see other product videos, construction videos, different innovative products that we have at Evergreen. And also WhatcomHomeLoans.com has a bunch of great resources, all of my mortgage updates that I do monthly, any videos that I've launched, bunch of great resources in this resource tab, also my testimonials, and where you can do an application and or get a rate without getting your credit pulled. So let's dive right into it. So the Fast as Cash program. So why use Fast as Cash? And this just launched about a week ago. And right now it's April 28th. So a week ago, about middle of April of 2023. But right now, especially in my market in Whatcom County, we're seeing that spring market pick up, but also we're not seeing the sort of inventory influx that many people were anticipating, right? Everyone thought spring was coming. There's gonna be all this inventory on the market. It's still pretty tight out there. We maybe have 3 months of inventory. A lot of it's picked through. It's either overpriced, but if you're in that like 500,000 to 800,000 range, the minute a property pops up, there is a lot of activity. So this program is extremely important for anyone, at least in Whatcom County, in that competitive price point. It can be used for jumbo loans though, or conventional loans. There's just different stipulations on each of those, so reach out to me. But I'm going to go through kind of the basics of the program. So why use it? Help buyers win with a guaranteed close fast as an all-cash offer, waiving financing and appraisal. So there still is a loan, but you're not getting an appraisal or having financing contingency, and you're closing in 10 days. So to a seller, that just eliminates a lot of their concerns. And a lot of cash offers will close in 10 days as well, because they still want to do their due diligence, get the cash together, all that stuff. So once again, helping home buyers compete with other offers and win the home, close that in as little as 10 calendar days, avoid costly excise tax from the Cash Up program. So we have a Cash Up program where Evergreen will buy the home cash, and then the borrower buys the home from Evergreen. But you have to pay excise tax to buy the home from Evergreen, which is 1.78% in Washington State, which can be a large sum of money. Here are the highlights. So on this program, no departing residents to sell, no bridge loan in place. So we have our step-up program if you have a home to sell and you need the equity of that home to buy the next home. So the loan closes with a portfolio purchase in the borrower's name, not as a cash close. We do get a loan on the purchase, but we don't require an appraisal. That's the big piece of it. EHL, which is Evergreen Home Loans, not on the purchase and sale. It's the borrower who's actually buying the home. No dedicated title and escrow company required, so you can use anyone of your choosing. No home inspection required. Does not require approval from the Cash Up support team, so it's a completely separate program from Cash Up. We do need a Security Plus approval. That means that I need your application, your credit, your income, your assets. I need all of that reviewed. I need to send that to my processor and then into underwriting. That can take a few days. So don't wait until your perfect home pops up before submitting an application and or your documentation. There's 2 loans with 2 sets of fees. So I would say this is one of the smaller downsides of the program, is that on a traditional purchase, you have 1 set of fees. With this, you have the purchase and you'll have a set of fees for that, and then you'll have the refinance. So you'll have 2 sets of fees. However, making 50 offers and never getting a home accepted is a lot more painful than paying these 2 sets of fees. We'll go over the fees in a second. No excise tax. Jumbo loan amounts are allowed. You need a 5% buffer. So if the jumbo loan requires 20% down, we need a 5% buffer. So you have to do 25% down. Eligible for, we're licensed in 11 states. So, it's eligible in those. No condos and manufactured homes. So once again, there's a purchase and a refinance. We don't really need to go over the process flow, as that's something that goes on in my end. But the appraisal, we do need access to the property, and we order the appraisal for the refinance, but not for the purchase. So we'll still close the purchase regardless, but we do need access to the property for that. The fees, this is the big one that people ask me about. The purchase is a fixed rate. So there's a rate for our portfolio loans. it changes every month. So I can't even give you a quote right now in the video, because if you're watching this 2 months from now, it's going to be different. But basically, you have a 4-month term on this purchase loan. So when we do the purchase loan before the refinance, it's a 4-month term, and it's a fixed rate based on kind of where the prime rate is. Okay, you're gonna have a $19.50 admin fee, which that's basically the fee for the loan. You're also gonna have a 0.5% loan origination fee based on the loan amount. You get that back when you refinance with us, though. So really, the additional cost, because that's the biggest question I get, is this $19.50 and then the 2 sets of fees: closing fees for the purchase, closing fees for the refinance. I'd say closing fees are about $3,500 each. Rough estimate, depends on the property, depends on the title company, escrow company, but we'll just say $3,500, okay, for each. And then everything else is pretty traditional. If you have a jumbo refinance, we may need a second appraisal. Everything else is pretty standard on there. Once again, you need 10% down if it's owner occupied, 15% down for a second home. Investments 20% down, but if it's a jumbo, we need a 5% buffer on those. And we already talked about the 0.5% fee that you get back. And yeah, really, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me via cell, email, text, call, whatever works for you. This program is amazing. Once again, if you're a borrower that has 10% down or more, is getting beat out by multiple offers or getting beat out by cash, please do get your file in early. Get approved for our Security Plus, which also has an approval letter with a $5,000 backing. So if your financing falls through, we pay the seller $5,000, and this will be as good as cash. So contact me for more questions. And once again, do subscribe on the channel and drop some comments below on the program.